famous Sonsbeek biennale of contemporary art in the historic city of Arnhem, Netherlands, has begun 1 year later than expected due to the pandemic. The day of the abolition of slavery in the Dutch West Indies was included in the programming by a determined multinational team of curators led by Bonaventure Indukong of Cameroon, who is regarded as a politically astute curator.
We wanted to also look at the history of labor, and to look at the history of labor is also to look at the colonial enterprise, to look at the enslavement of people that were abducted from the African continent and taken to the so-called New World, that were forced to work to enrich others, and you look at a place like Arnhem where Sonsbeek is happening, you see a lot of reverberations of that history of enslavement. And the house behind me, the Schloss Sipendal, is one of such places, a castle built of slave labor.
Panamanian Antonio Jose Guzman, living in Dakar, conducted a complex street show inspired by the colonial plantations of indigo in the Caribbean. This picture is a reflection of dealing with a new space. It comes after the artist recently moved from South Africa to Netherlands.
The idea of locating oneself in new lands which are foreign to them as a foreign body, but it's also about the body being colonized, but the colonized body kind of colonizing the colonial space.
Adasa Angamba of Lungumbashi, DRC, kicked off the series with a performance that was a reflection of our country's mining resources. There's a theory in my country. They say that minerals will bring us milk and honey, which never happened. It was a promise of multinationals, but instead we got debt, and huge debt. I painted with my hair because I was inspired by an African tradition of the Imber women of Namibia. For me, painting with my hair is a way to conquer the spirit, the space. The artists of the Sonsbeek event will continue their journey until 2024.